it's to be consumed. No saving, no tracking people. So that was really important. And then also ability to, if you own a little shop, for example, and you want to create your online shop on Google Maps, it's not possible. You can just say opening hours from here to here, and that's it. And you can upload a few photos. We wanted to say, okay, I have a shop, but I have a live stream, for example. I want to speak to my customers online, right? Like TikTok Live or something. So we created the tool for this. So what we do is, or you are as a shop, you can buy the virtual land on the real map, right? So you own the place. So you can customize it, and what it means is you own the network, right? It's like Google, you don't own anything.
No.
You just put your content there, and
it's like we work for them for free.
Exactly. There it's different. You own your piece of land, you own your piece of the network, and it has value. The more you do, the more you put information on there, the better your content is, or like your shopping, the more value it has. So it's not only just a website or something like this. It's like a map where you own the place. But a lot of people ask us, so why would I do this? Well, what we have on our map is then all the public transport, all the other smart city information that make people come. So you can go, if I want to go from A to B, I use our product. It's called GeoBlocks. Geoblocks.earth. You go on the map and you say, I want to go from here to Ulaanbaatar, right? And then you can see along the way all the dynamic content, all the live streams. There is like, when you zoom out, you can see videos, you can see everything you want.
There are lots of applications.
We focus mostly on e-commerce, or like hybrid commerce. And travel. So to make it easy for people to go to A to B. Because right now we have so many apps, right? Like I gave you UbiCab and blah blah blah. In Europe, for every single thing you have one app. We want to do one network where you can do everything.
Oh, but how will be the operationalization of that?
So we partner up with companies, other companies, and
virtual reality and satellites.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, for example, we work with one company that has 70,000 shops. It's like they do review, like TripAdvisor.
I see.
But the problem they've identified, same as Web2, the quality of the reviews, it's fake. Sometimes it's fake reviews, it's paid reviews, etc., etc.
Very low level reviews.
Yeah, so they have a different system, and the problem they want to solve is to say, well, we want immersive experience. Because, so again, I travel somewhere. When you travel, your experience is 1/3 is before you travel. You're excited, you start planning, you do all these things, right? Then 1/3 of the experience is when you're there, right? You do the things, etc. And then 1/3 of the enjoyment is afterwards. You want to look back, etc. Right? So we want to help people before they go to a beach club in Brazil, right? They go and say, oh, I look at the live stream, this is really cool, there's always parties, the music is awesome, so I want to go here. And they already visit virtually, and then they come in real.
See.
So that's how we can, and you can achieve this only with IoT, Internet of Things. Connecting devices, making it very easy for people to say, oh, I want to live stream onto Google Maps, onto our map, with the phone, no problem, bam, bam, bam. Here, look how cool it is, right? So that's what we do.
See, there are, so that's a, I think this is a new experience for people, and soon it will be your service. Maybe your service will be fulfilled with commercials, right?
Yeah. Well, there is, but there is. So we have 2 layers. Well, it's difficult to show you, but I mean, this is the product, the prototype.
Prototype.
with all the it's maps.yotl.io. It's free for everyone to access, and I cannot do it at the same time. But okay, maybe. Look,
That's
for example, yeah. Look here. You can click on any of those, and you see real time.
In any of those red dots.
Red dots is
Wow.
cameras, for example.
Wow. Hold on.
And then you have.
Any of those red dots.
You want to go and look at. This is Berlin, for example. Blue dots and green dots is like bikes and public transport and everything.
It's
real time.
already working.
Yeah, this is the prototype, and the new version is gonna be even cooler because you can buy the land.
Where are you going to launch the new version?
So internal launch is next week, Wednesday.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Next week.
Next week, and then in August we're gonna do the public release.
I see.
Yeah.
The beta version.
Beta version is next week, and then in August it will be. And you can click on the thing, and even if you want to put a game, for example. So we took the world and we made like 3 by 3 meters, right? So it's a lot of places. Right? And inside each one of these little cubes, you can put anything you want: games, videos, pictures, websites, anything. So you visit the world from the macro, and then you go into the little world, micro, and then it opens up.
And that micro world is already very developed and detailed.
Yeah.
With all the information.
Exactly. And
much bigger, much more than Google Maps.
For example, and so for example, for me, or like in Barcelona, we worked with the artist, and we did an NFT collection of like he designed an NFT, and we did it together. And we're gonna put a virtual gallery on the beachfront of Barcelona. So on the map, everyone who owns the picture owns the gallery, right? And it's there forever in the beachfront, and you can look at the different pictures. If you zoom out, look from above, there's a video then, right? I'll send you when it's finished how it looks.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Nobody has this. There are a few companies that try to do this, but they don't have the technology, the power that we have.
How did you get to that level?
We started by connecting. My dream was to put everything on the map, like flight radar, with everything. I wanted everything. So we started by working on this, and we worked for the train industry, Alstom, Bombardier, and the same. They have trains, and they said to us, we want all the data from the train in real time on the map.
See.
And so that's how we started to think. And then Web3 started to become something. Metaverse started to become a thing, and we said, hey, we could offer the world map as a customizable platform. I don't know if you know, there is Reddit. You know Reddit?
I know. I know.
The 1st of April, they did the blank canvas challenge.
Black canvas challenge.
Like and then you can just take it's like many pixels of the world, and then you can color them, and you can see how everyone, the community, gets together and creates a very different type of map, right? With content, with beautiful pictures, art and content. It's very democratic, very internet, like the internet was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that was all the ideas that came together, and we said, okay, this should be.
Do you think you're going to face any difficulties, like with governments or something that will give you a hard time in the future? Are you predicting some issues?
There is. Right now, it's difficult to do a startup because you need financing, etc. And everything is starting to go down very quickly that would be the first challenge. And then the second challenge is we operate in Germany. Germany is very conservative, so the company is based in Germany, but our target market is Asia, America, where they're more open to like software innovation, and we speak a lot to Singapore, Japan.
Really? Japan too?
Japanese companies are super interested in these type
Really?
of
Which companies in Japan are you
airlines, for example.
Airlines.
Large airlines. They want to, for example, you go to the airport. They want you to be able, before you go to the airport, to say, okay, I want to do duty free here. I want to reserve a table at this restaurant.
Nice.
I want, how do you connect everything in real time?
In the airport.
And then for them, the big advantage is, because there is the digital twin, they know if the train carries, so the train is coming 30 minutes delayed, and it has 50 passengers that are supposed to be on the next airplane, they can already start planning and say, okay, it's called passenger handling.
Passenger handling.
And the operations.
That's one of the application of that
for the airlines, for example. For the shop, it's about like getting new customers and not just physical customers. Also different people, because everyone is tired of going shopping on Amazon.com, etc. You want to go to the local brand, the local designers.
The local designers, yes. There are in Japan lots of local designers, as in Europe. So that's very interesting.
We try to make it very cheap, very easy as well, because not everyone has time to design a website. It costs a lot of money, it costs a lot of time. So that's what we try to make simple as possible for people.
If you start to think what that can do for example, the coronavirus cases in some hospital, you can have access to that information.
Yeah, so you could connect.
Or what the people are going to test. Like my situation.
You can exactly. You can, for example, so you're going for a test right now. My dream is that now already you can just on the Google Maps or on our map, you go, you click on the hospital, you say, okay, I want to have an appointment or whatever, in real time, and you can already check the 2-3 alternatives. Maybe there's too many people already waiting in line. You can go where it's less busy, right? And then on the same platform, you can say, okay, how do I get there? Okay, there is a bus, and this bus is 5 minutes delayed, etc. So it's like bringing all these things together into one big platform.
That will give back. That will give the internet much more credibility and much more relevance and really relevance in the people's life.
Not static information as well. We want real time dynamic information.
Man,
I can give you an example. For example, when I look at our map, I love our map so much. When Ukraine crisis started, I looked at all the war, not crisis. I looked at all the live cameras that we have. And there was one live camera in a ski resort in Ukraine.
Really?
On the 24th of February, everyone was skiing because the war just started.
You could see
I could see everyone just skiing, no worries. I checked the next day, empty. Now since then, it's empty. It's very powerful. Then Zelensky asked Elon Musk for help with the satellites because of the internet communication. And on our map, you could see all the Starlink satellites fly over Ukraine. So it's very relevant. You can see everything, geopolitics as well, happening there.
The tanks dislocation of army and but of course those are information that are very delicate and
of course. So we don't. It's for us. It's not like sensitive information. We don't want to do that. I think there is
expose.
Yeah, there's concerns about privacy. Oh, I can see this person here, etc. But the cameras are not 8K cameras on the face of somebody. It's more like. So I give you an example. Isola d'Elba in Italy, right? It's an island, and I was looking, and there's a hotel. They're live streaming the view of the beach, and then the name of the hotel. And it's beautiful.
But you can you change what people can see
It's up to the hotel
to the hotel.
if they want to show, for example, the one big problem for a shop. They spend a lot of time making the shop window.
Yes.
And then only people who walk in front of the shop, they see. But you want to show it to everyone. So for example, a shop could say, okay, I'm going to put a camera at my shop window and people can see it, right? Anywhere in the world. And then when you zoom out, I want to attract attention, so I can put like a video or say, hey, come here, and then you can click on it and then see, oh wow, this shop window is amazing, and then you can start buying, you can start speaking to somebody as well. One big problem also is in e-commerce, online shopping, you go on the website, you cannot speak to somebody in the shop. With this technology, you can just go, you browse, you look, oh, I like this, and then you just ring the bell, and then somebody comes and speaks to you who is in the shop, and then tells you, oh yeah, these shoes are much better than these ones, or this product is, you know, and then you can buy local products anywhere in the world, you know?
Anywhere. Let me back to the talk about what you witnessed the situation in the ski resort in Ukraine. That was virtual reality or live streaming camera?
Live streaming camera.
Live streaming camera.
Yeah. So,
but it was, that camera was in satellite, or it was the resort camera?
The resort camera.
The resort camera.
The resort camera. Yeah.
But
so that gives the control then to the owner of the resort, of the hotel, to then also, because they are responsible about privacy of data, etc. Right?
I see. Let me see. So if it becomes live streaming, captured by satellites, do you think that is the goal of the company is to have a system that provides live streaming video captured by satellites?
No,
right?
No, it's we don't.
Do you think that is anti-ethical?
I think there is advantages, but I don't think we need that much information. There's too much information. But I can give you one example where it makes sense, and where also our product makes sense. A lot of the world, so 99% of the world is nature. This is 1% cities, right? Reforestation, for example, in Brazil, with the concept of virtual land ownership, you can connect the real world and the virtual world. And so, for example, I want to...
It will be a mirror.
Yeah. So I want to give $100 to a project that plants trees, right? Now I give $100 and it's like a black box, and then maybe next year I receive an update email, hey, we've done this and this. But there, they can connect the camera, for example, to the project. You can see everything kind of growing, right? You can see the movements.
And you can compare with the virtual reality that the expectation of the growth of the plants.
Yeah. The expectation, you can connect devices like air quality measurements, temperature, etc. And then also the person who gave the money has ownership, has accountability. He will come back and say, oh, I mean, it doesn't own the real land, of course, right? But he owns the digital copy, and he will say, okay, maybe I'm gonna put $20 more because I want to improve it more. I want to make it better. You know, that's what Web 3.0 is about ownership of people, not Google and Facebook, etc. Is the individuals own their data, and accountability and you know, putting back more relevance.
More relevance for internet and giving back the ownership to people.
Yeah. But we see major applications for sustainability, reforestation, ocean cleanup, all these things, and you can give people, and it's called an NFT, smart contract, right? That's how we secure everything on the blockchain. So there's only one copy. You cannot we cannot sell 2 times the same thing, right? Once You
in
buy the
NFT
place, it belongs
system.
to you, and you own the network. And then the coolest part is everyone together. We call it, it's a community. So if you own the network, you have a right, you have a vote in what's next. What should we do? What, should we change the terms and conditions? Should we change this and this? You say, you vote yes or no, right? Right now you have a Facebook account.
Yeah.
You have no say. If they want to do this, they do it.
They do.
But with Web3, you will have the ability to say, oh, I'm okay with this, I'm not okay with this. I don't know if you know it, it's called a decentralized autonomous organization.
Decentralized autonomous organization.
A DAO.
DAO. DAO. Looks like very Chinese.
Yeah, exactly.
DAO.
But it's really important because the way I explain to people, they ask me, what is Web3? I tell them, Web 1 was reading content. Reading. Web 2 is reading and writing.
Writing, participating, they join somehow.
Creating content.
Creating content.
You write your
updating
your
something.
Yeah.
Writing a blog.
Web 3 is writing, reading, writing, and owning.
Owning.
What you do on the internet belongs to you, not to Facebook, not to.
I will make a very childish question for you, maybe your son.
There's no childish questions.
How will be the internet 4.0? That's a childish question.
I don't know yet. I'm sure there will be issues with Web 3.0.
So
there will be problems
with government.
Governance, yeah.
Governance, yeah.
And government. Cryptocurrency is also a problem, so to say, because it's good because it's what we need.
Democratic.
People need it. Clearly there is a need for independent currency that is not controlled by one government, etc., etc. You look at countries like El Salvador, Venezuela, all these countries, people are using more and more those cryptocurrencies because here in Mongolia also, because the Tugrik, I mean, look,
Turkey.
This is, the inflation is so high, you get so much money here.
It's few money, right?
Yeah, this is maybe $50.
$50.
And it's like
1 million Turkey.
Okay, 1 kilo of money.
1 kilo of money.
So people want to hide the money somewhere or take something that is.
Yeah, exactly. That was the reason why those people from China create the Bitcoin and etc. Crypto.
Yeah, but the crypto world, there's the money, but there's also something called the smart contract.
Smart contract.
And the smart contract is exactly what it says. Contracts that are electronic. So you don't need to go every time to a notary to sign stuff, or machines can also make contracts between themselves.
Yeah, but
that's the future. For me, the dream is my fridge knows when the milk is running out, and it makes a contract with the supermarket to buy more milk. Without me interfering. Why do I have to buy milk all the time? It's very old technology, no?
Old fashioned. We can spend our time in more important things than buying, right? Yeah, I'll turn off here.
So this is